Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. We begin with this story. Developing news from South Asia as Nepal's new government moves against the country's former leadership. Former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and ex-Home Minister Ramesh Lekhat are in custody today over a deadly crackdown on protesters last September. Kathmandu Valley Police confirmed both were detained Saturday morning as legal proceedings began. The arrests come just 24 hours after new Prime Minister Balendra Shah took office. Shah's ascension follows the first election since the 2025 People's Uprising, which toppled Oli's administration. The crackdown in September 2025, triggered by social media bans and economic hardship, killed at least 77 people. 19 youth protesters were killed on the first day alone, sparking nationwide violence that saw Parliament torched and the government collapse. A state-backed inquiry now recommends prosecuting the 74-year-old Oli for gross negligence. Thailand has reached a critical agreement with Iran to secure safe passage for its oil tankers through the volatile Strait of Hormuz. Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul confirmed the deals on Saturday, aimed at stabilizing fuel supplies amid escalating Middle East conflicts.
อย่างล่าสุดนี้กระทรวงต่างประเทศก็ใช้เวลาใช้ความพยายามเป็นนั้นมากในการเจรจากับประเทศอิหร่านและในที่สุดก็สามารถทำให้ทางประเทศอิหร่านนะครับอนุญาตให้เรือขนส่งน้ำมันของไทยสามารถแล่นผ่านช่องแคบฮอร์มุซได้อย่างปลอดภัยซึ่งความสำเร็จของการเจรจาครั้งนี้ก็จะทำให้ความกังวลในเรื่องของว่าจะมีน้ำมันดิบหรือจะมีสินค้าต่างๆที่จะต้องใช้ภูมิภาคนั้นในการเดินเรือมาถึงประเทศไทยเนี่ยจะมีปัญหาหรือไม่นะครับเมื่อได้เจรจาเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้วเราก็ได้สร้างความ
While neighboring nations face severe fuel shortages, Thailand has seen growing queues at patrol stations as supplies tighten. The move follows a turbulent month, including an attack on a Thai cargo ship that left 3 crew members missing. Millions of Americans are expected to take to the streets this Saturday in a massive show of defiance against President Donald Trump. Protesters are denouncing what they term an authoritarian and lawless administration, marking the third major mobilization by the grassroots No Kings movement since Trump's inauguration in January 2025. The latest wave of anger is fueled by the escalating conflict in Iran, a joint military offensive with Israel criticized for its shifting objectives. The movement previously drew millions last June during Trump's 79th birthday military parade, followed by a staggering 7 million participants in October. Organizers aim to surpass those numbers today, as Trump's approval rating hovers at 40% ahead of the critical November midterms. Critics accuse the president of governing by executive order, weaponizing the Justice Department against rivals, and reversing climate and diversity policies. Though Trump campaigned as a pro-peace candidate, protesters are now pointing to his aggressive use of U.S. military might as a betrayal of his promises. Indonesia has officially begun enforcing a landmark ban on social media use for children under the age of 16. Starting Saturday, the government is signaling a zero-tolerance approach to compliance, citing the urgent need to protect minors from online exploitation. The ban follows mounting concerns over cyberbullying, pornography, and internet addiction affecting the well-being of Indonesian youth. Communications Minister Mutia Hafid confirms that major platforms including X and Bigo Live have already aligned their terms of service with the new government guidelines. Minister Hafid warns that all digital entities operating in Indonesia must immediately restructure their features to comply with the law or face consequences. Meanwhile, TikTok has publicly committed to the regulation, announcing close coordination with the ministry to identify and remove accounts held by users under 16. Malaysia is preparing to dispatch a formal diplomatic note to the Philippines, striking down renewed claims over the state of Sabah. The move follows recent provocative statements from a Filipino senator calling on Manila to reassert sovereignty over the resource-rich territory on Borneo Island. Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Hassan reaffirms that Kuala Lumpur will not waver, issuing a formal rejection every time such claims surface. The minister categorically rejects the notion of a dispute, stressing that Sabah is an integral part of the Malaysian Federation, a decision validated by the United Nations and the will of the Sabahan people. Speaking from his residence on Saturday, Muhammad branded the rhetoric as a political maneuver to distract from domestic issues.
Seperti kebiasaannya, dah berpuluh-puluh dah. Sejak pada dulu lagi kan. Inilah dia punya permainan mereka, inilah yang akan mereka timbulkan untuk mengalihkan masalah dalaman negara mereka supaya rakyat menumpukan kepada perkara lain. Saya rasa rakyat Filipina sendiri pun dah faham. Cuma ahli-ahli politik saja yang kadang-kadang nak mencari isu-isu yang boleh mengalihkan pandangan ataupun perhatian rakyat dalaman negara mereka. Kita tak membantah. Kalau membantah, maknanya mereka mempunyai hak. Kita menolak nota ataupun apa jua yang mereka kata tersebut merupakan sesuatu yang tidak berasas. Asasnya Sabah telah pun memilih. Rakyat Sabah memilih melalui Suruhanjaya Kobol yang diperakukan, yang telah dibentangkan oleh Secretary General Bangsa Bersatu di Pertubuhan Bangsa Bersatu dan juga di Majlis Keselamatan Bangsa-Bangsa Bersatu dan diperakukan oleh Badan Dunia kehendak rakyat Sabah. Jadi tak timbul soal bahawa ada tuntutan-tuntutan selepas itu.
Despite the friction, the foreign minister notes that these statements stem from individual lawmakers and do not reflect the official stance of the Philippine government. He adds that bilateral ties remain stable, particularly as Manila takes on the ASEAN chairmanship this year.
Kerana ini seorang senator yang bercakap, kerajaan Filipina pun tak boleh buat apa kerana senator-senator dia bercakap. Macam juga kita kat sini pembangkang cakap, kita nak buat macam mana? Nothing much you can do. Suddenly tomorrow one MP bercakap, so kita tak boleh nak cakap apa. Tinggal lagi pendidikan kerajaan Filipina jelas, pendidikan kerajaan Malaysia jelas. Dan saya yakin ini setelah banyak percakapan, banyak tuntutan dibuat, dia tidak pernah mengeruhkan hubungan baik antara Malaysia dan Filipina. Tambah pula, Filipina tahun ini merupakan pengerusi kepada ASEAN.
The diplomatic spark was ignited by Filipino Senator Robin Padilla, who recently urged President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to revive the claim over the oil-rich territory. Padilla took to social media calling for Manila to act decisively, even suggesting the dispatch of official representatives to the region. Perlis, parts of Kedah and also Hulu Perak are currently experiencing a heat wave. As of Saturday morning, the whole state of Perlis, 5 districts in Kedah and Hulu Perak in Perak, have recorded a level 2 heat wave. According to the Malaysian Meteorological Department, the affected areas in Kedah are Baling, Si, Pendang, Pokok Sena and Kota Setar.
Based on the latest update from Met Malaysia's official website, several other areas in Kedah are under level 1 hot weather alert, meaning people should stay cautious. These include Bandar Baharu, Kolim Kuala Muda, Padang Terap, Kubang Pasu and Langkawi. Level 1 hot weather has also been reported in Perak Tengah, Kinta, Kuala Kangsar and Selama in Perak, the northeast and northern districts of Penang, Jerantut in Pahang and Lubuk Antu in Sarawak. A level 2 heat wave means daily maximum temperatures ranging from 37 to 40 degrees Celsius, while level 1 refers to temperatures between 35 and 37 degrees Celsius. Both levels are recorded when these temperatures persist for at least 3 consecutive days.
Works Minister Datuk Sri Alexander Nantalinggi is praising the Sarawak government's proactive leadership amid escalating global turmoil. Nantara commends the state's focus on citizen welfare and its strategic foresight in navigating current international economic challenges. In a recent statement, Nanta shares his admiration for Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, noting a consistent commitment to prioritizing the people in every government action.
The minister highlights the Premier's recent announcement regarding upcoming relief measures designed to ease the financial burden on citizens. This assistance arrives as a direct response to surging costs driven by global geopolitical tensions, specifically the ongoing conflict in West Asia. Nanta explains that the global crisis is destabilizing oil-producing nations across the Middle East, Venezuela and Iran, causing ripple effects throughout the world economy. In response, Nanta describes Sarawak's aggressive pivot toward alternative energy, including solar, hydrogen and sustainable aviation fuel, as a critical and timely strategy.
Sarawak fire authorities are on high alert as open burning cases spike across all 12 divisions. A staggering 196 incidents have been recorded in just 12 days, sparking fears of a widespread environmental crisis. Sarawak Fire and Rescue Deputy Director Tiong Ling Hee warns the trend is accelerating rapidly, with a sharp surge detected since March 22nd.
Analisis yang dilakukan oleh Jabatan Bomba dan Penyelamat Malaysia Negeri Sarawak menunjukkan berlakunya tren peningkatan membimbangkan menjelang akhir tempoh tersebut, di mana rekod menunjukkan corak turun naik jumlah kes pada minggu pertama sebelum berlakunya lonjakan yang begitu ketara bermula pada 22 Mac 2026, sekaligus mencetuskan kebimbangan terhadap risiko kebakaran terbuka yang semakin serius di negeri ini.
As such, the department is now conducting daily monitoring and aerial assessments to pinpoint hotspots. Proactive measures, including community advocacy and increased patrols, are underway to halt illegal burning immediately. Bomba reaffirms that all assets are fully maintained, with crews on standby to respond to all emergency calls to ensure public safety.
Get all the updates you need all in one app. TVS Inspire brings you live updates on events, news and programs. Available now on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. TVS Inspire, all on your screen, anytime, anywhere. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.